Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you how to draft a stylish bustier with double yoke neckline. So guys, this is my pattern paper that I'm going to use. I've gone ahead to draft out the basic bodice for the work I'm going to do. If you want to learn how to draft a basic bodice, I'll drop the link in the description box for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is to mark out the dart line. For this measurement, the nipple to nipple here is 6 inches. So I'll divide the nipple to nipple by 2, which will give me 3 inches. So I'll mark the 3 inches on the bust line, the under bust, and also the half length. Once I'm done with that, I'll connect the dot with a straight line. After that, the next thing I'll do is to contour my under bust. So for this measurement, this is a very tiny bust. I'm going to be using 1 inch at the open end of my pattern, and at the closed end, which is towards the center front, I'm going to use 0.5. This is based on the measurement of the bust. If it's a normal bust from like 35 inches to 38, you can use 2 inches to contour them. Then if it's a bigger bust from like 38 to 40 or above, you can use 2.5 to contour your under bust. So I've gone ahead to label my line in order to avoid confusion. The first line is the chest line, the second is the bust, the third is the under bust, and the last line is the half length. In order to contour my bust, I took my measurement on my under bust and also my half length. Once I've marked out the 2 measurements on the 2 sides of my dart line, I'll go to my shoulder and look for the midpoint of my shoulder. So the midpoint is 1.5, so I'll connect the 1.5 to the dart line this way. So once that is done, I'll come down by 0.5 inch from my bust line. I am doing this in order to have a nice curve for my bustier. So once I take the 0.5 inch, I'll use the French curve to take my bust curve on both sides of the dart. So once I'm done with that, on that bust line, I'll go up by 0.5 inch. Mind you, if this is a big bust and you want it to be very curvy, you use 1 inch. So on the chest line, I'll come to the chest line and I'll mark 0.5 inch on both sides of the line. If it's a bigger bust, you use 0.75 on both sides of that line, on that chest line. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to take my round bodice measurement. I'll impute my round bodice measurement and also add the 1.5 inch that I have on that bust line. I'll add it and also add 2 inches for my sewing allowance. For the bust line, I'll impute the same measurement because for the chest line, I'm using the bust divided by 4 plus that allowance and sewing allowance. So I'll impute the same measurement on the bust line. Then I'll come down to the half length. I'll impute the half length, that's the waist divided by 4. I'll impute the measurement and also impute that allowance and also sewing allowance. Then I'll connect the dot. So we're almost done with our work. Please, if you've not subscribed, subscribe and click notification bell to get notified whenever I upload new videos. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to create my yoke. So I'm going to place my French curve on my neckline, connecting my armhole and my dart line to my neckline this way. I'm just going to place it, then I'll connect it. You just do it carefully. If you can, better use pencil, so when you make mistake you clean it. You just connect it this way. Just make sure you're connecting the armhole to your dart line, then to your neckline this way, and that's basically all for our yoke. So I'm going to cut it out now for you to see what it looks like. So I've cut out the basic part. As you can see, I've cut out the neckline and the armhole. So I'm shading out the darts that we are going to be cutting out, so that just in case you get confused at any point, you know what to cut out. So after cutting, this is what it looks like, guys, and I am so happy it turned out this way, and I hope yours turn out even better. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more.